We can see that 16 people has already joined us this evening. So we're going to wait for a little more and then we're going to start. So it's 18 of us now. Can you hear us or not? They cannot hear us. Yeah, we have to test if yes, you can. Okay. So let's wait like 2 more minutes and then we can start this webinar about this franchise opportunity of Trdelník or Chimney Cake and some other brands. Yeah, okay. So let's slowly start. I'm going to share my screen because we're going to be showing you a lot of things this evening. So I hope you guys can see my screen. It's great to have you here. We're going to show you a video first. So I'm going to start this video now because there you can see what Twist Cafe is about. And then we are going to discuss a lot of things and details and there'll be a room for your questions as well. Okay, so hi everyone, welcome to the first webinar that we organized for you to show you something about our concepts, mostly about the Twist Cafe concept, which is the original concept that I personally started 11 years ago in the Czech Republic. My name is Radek Klein, and together with Petr Juza, we're going to be showing you all the details, numbers, and everything about this business opportunity. So thank you again for joining us. It's going to be like 30 minutes. And during those 30 minutes, we're going to go through all the numbers, the turnovers of some stores, and we're going to show you the details of how this franchise actually works and how it makes money. First, I'm going to show you what this franchise is about. What are the products that we sell in a Twist Cafe? You can see it behind us, but I'm going to show you also the current menu. This is actual winter or Christmas menu that we have on our stores. It's mostly based on this chimney cake, which is a kind of pastry. It's a pastry. It's made of dough, and we put ice cream or Nutella or pistachio creams inside. And you can also add some extras like again Nutella, Kit Kat, Lotus, and other things. So it's mostly like a Christmas product, but when we put ice cream inside, we make it work all year round. So we think, and actually numbers showed us, that it is quite nice business opportunity for you. So this is the menu. This is how the products look like. As you can see, I hope you guys can see it. This is the one with pistachio. This is the full menu. I'm also gonna show you some of our stores, hopefully, if it works here. Just give me a second. Yeah. That's a different concept because we have multiple, but today we're just talking about Trdlo Cafe, which is the chimney cake concept. This is the one. This is the store. This one is in Prague, in Karlova Street. That's one of the busiest streets in Prague. And as you can see, the customers walk inside. It's just a takeaway store. So they walk inside, they choose whatever they want, they buy it, and they walk away. There is no seating area there. And the reason for that is that if you have no seating area in these impulse retail stores, those customers don't stay in the store too much, and you have time, to serve more customers than if you have a store with seating. So that's the brand. That's Twist Cafe.
And Radek, could you possibly tell us more something about you personally? What happened 11 years ago, and all that stuff, because you just jumped into the Twist Cafe,
into the product.
The product.
Yeah. How this journey started? Well, I started this concept 11 years ago. Like you said, I built my first store in Brno, which is second city of the Czech Republic, next to a shopping mall. So this concept actually works in shopping malls and in the high street as well. And I built that store with my own hands and started rolling those cakes there. And when it made some money, we started expanding and reinvesting that money that it made into new stores. And that's why today this group that is behind Twist Cafe has 400 stores in 11 European countries.
And how many brands do we have?
We have 12 brands. This is one of them. This is the most successful one. That's why we want to talk about this one mostly today. But we have 12 brands. We have 400 stores open. We have 300 franchisees. It's one of the biggest European retail food industry chains. And it's also one of the easiest franchises to get because it's quite cheap, we can say, with high return on investments, and it's easy to operate. You can operate very easily. It's just a few people that work in the store. So that's Twist Cafe.
And what about the turnover this year? What was the plan for the
so the whole group is quite big now. The turnover this year was 80 million euros. Let's not talk about profit now, but the turnover was quite, it was the record year for us. Mostly from Trdlo Cafe and some other big brands that we have. Yes.
Great. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So this is the concept. This is the franchise. This is how it works. Maybe let's look at the numbers first, and then we're gonna show you and tell you what we can do for you and how the whole cooperation in this license model works. Because, for example, here in Central Europe, we can do more than just the license. Here we can build a store for the clients, we can help them operate it, and we can do a lot of things for them. But if you guys are not from Central Europe, if you want to open your Twist Cafe, I don't know, somewhere in Scandinavia or in the United States, it is possible, and we're going to tell you today how we can do it. Let's look at the numbers of real stores that we already have that are open, that generate some money to their owners. Let's go to Krakow, to Poland now. Let's go there.
That was the question. Where the store is located?
So we are in Europe. We are in Central Europe, and the best stores that we have right now are either in Prague or in Krakow, and some other cities like this where a lot of tourists go. So if some one of you guys are from a tourist location, it's an ideal place where we can build this concept. But it works also in shopping malls. Like I said, I opened it in second city of the Czech Republic, which is called Brno, and it's not a tourist location at all, and it worked there anyway. But if we go to this Florianská Street, where we have our location, I just have to find it. So just give me a second. So here we're in Florianská Street. We're walking to the main square. And as you can see here, we have this Twist Cafe store. So it's this one. It's a takeaway window. So these customers, these tourists that walk here can buy it from the window, or they can walk inside and buy it there from inside if it rains or if the conditions outside are not as good. And if we look at the numbers of this location, of these stores, this is the forecast, this is the prediction that we always make before opening a new location. So the license fee that we get from opening this location was 50,000 euros. Then the setup costs to make it like this, as you can see, there is some menu board, there are some ovens, some dough mixtures, and so on. So it's not like heavy food retail, it's just a few pieces of equipment. It's quite easy for us to set it up for you, or for you to set it up.
So the question is, the total investment, it's 100,000 euros, right?
Approximately. It depends on the location, but the license fee is 50K. And then you have to buy the equipment, which is approximately also 50K, but it can be more. If it depends on the size of the location. It can be more, it can be less, depends if you want to do it by yourself or if you want to hire a company for that. But that's the cost to open that location. So in total, cost of opening this location was 100,000 euros. And now let's look at the numbers. So the first month of April this year, when we opened this location, the turnover, if we exclude VAT, which is a European tax that doesn't have to be there, or it can't be there, so that we are not, looking at numbers that would be with VAT. So the turnover was 15,000 euros. We had to pay the rent out of it, which is 4,000 euros. In this case, also it can depend. We have locations that have rent of 10,000 euros. We have much cheaper locations than this one. It depends on the type and quality of location. We have to pay electricity, which was 300 euros in this case. We have to pay employees. Also, it depends how big the location is. It depends what the turnover is. If the turnover is like 60,000 euros, of course, you have to have more employees there.
These are actually the real numbers, right?
Yes, these are the real numbers
from the
store. Yes, for the month of April this year. Then we have to buy goods. Goods in this case is 20%. So that's the huge advantage of this brand, because the margin is great.
And how much does it cost to prepare one chimney cake?
We sell it for like 6 to 8 euros. and to prepare one, it's like 50 cents, so the margin is very big.
Margin.
Yes. Even if we add gap there, we're still at 20% of food cost, which is like very good in food industry. Someone of you guys run businesses in food industry, you know that 20% is like a dream. So we're there with this concept. Then the franchise and marketing fee that goes to us is 8%. This is what we get from the corporation monthly. This is like a royalty fee that you pay each month. And then some other costs, like, if something goes wrong there, you have to like repair your oven or etc. So these 200 euros cover those other costs. And then if you look at the profit, it's very, very good. The store, even the first month when we opened the store, it made 2,500 euros. Then during summer, the franchisee was crazy about those numbers because it made like more than 10,000 euros a month. Then, of course, in September, nobody wants to go to tourist locations in Europe because people go to school. So it went down a bit. And now the Christmas season, also the best season of the year. So this is it. As you can see, more than 10,000 euros. And if you take in account that the store in the beginning was 100,000 euros, approximately, even if it was 150, if he wasn't successful with opening it for just 50K, still the return on investment is insane. Because if you look at the numbers, we're below a year, which is, we believe, very good.
Could you possibly make some comparison between like us, like Twist Cafe, and maybe some other brands, like some ice cream brands?
I think one of the biggest advantages is that it doesn't cost much. To open McDonald's, it's very expensive. It's like it's in millions of euros. Okay. 1-2 million maybe. Here we are talking about 100,000 euros. Wow. So it's much less. But even if we compare it to smaller brands than McDonald's, it's still a huge difference. So it's not like investment heavy concept. And at the same time, it can generate a lot of money while being very simple to be operated. Because you only need, if you look at the employees' costs, you only need like 2, 3, 4 people to be there in the store. So you don't need a team of like 20, 30, 40 people. And it's just one main product. It's just this cake that I showed you, ice cream, coffee, and these high margin but very simple things that you produce and sell in the stores. So it can be nice. I showed you numbers of Florianska Street, but I'm also going to show you some numbers here from Prague because we're here the stores are very nice also.
And could you also show us where exactly on the map?
Yeah, I'm going to show you on a map. So this is month of August of this year. It made 1 million crowns, which is like, I don't know how much, 40K, 40,000 euros. And I'm going to show you on a map where it is. So if you guys know where Prague is, it's in Central Europe. It's a very touristy location. It's, I think, the 4th or 5th busiest European cities by tourists. And this is a street that's not the busiest one, but quite busy. There are some nice shops there. A lot of people go here, a lot of tourists. And here we can see the store. Oh, that was too much. It's before being made, and here behind the tree you can see it. So it's, again, very tiny store, very small location. And in August of this year, it made 40,000 euros. We can take a look at other months also, so that you guys can see that we're not showing you just the best month. So June of this year, it was almost the same, like 35K, let's say. In May, again, 35K. Can show you some other locations, whatever I choose here. Let's show you last Christmas, because Christmas season is always something else. So this is a little different store. This is one of the busiest locations that we have in Prague. It's called Karlovac Street, which is close to the Charles Bridge, if someone of you knows Prague. And here we are on, this is like 55K maybe, I'd say, 55,000 euros of turnover in 1 month of December last year. And if we take a look at this spreadsheet again, and find a row where there is a turnover of 50,000 euros or 55K, here, the profit here was almost 20, or let's say 20,000 euros. So like I say, this concept can make a lot of money. Of course, it has to be well operated, but it's not hard. It's not like running, let's say, Michelin star restaurant. It's very simple to get operated. And for that, this software that we always provide to all of our franchisees help. This is a custom-made software. We have our own programmers that work on this software. And it does a lot of things automatically that we have to do manually in a lot of different concepts if we don't have this here. What it does is that it automatically organizes shifts, for example. So you don't have to do it manually. You just add your employees into the system. It automatically predicts your turnovers. And from those predicted turnovers, it knows how many people should be present in the store. And it knows that if you need like 3 people, it needs to organize shifts for those 3 people. And it does it automatically. At the same time, it orders food or goods. So there are those suppliers in the software, and it automatically orders goods from these suppliers to the store based on those forecasted or projected sales and revenues.
But the main, the wage, I can see there is some.
Yeah, and the main thing that I like to talk about is this people motivation, because from what we know from our experience, those people that work in the store are the main reason why the store performs well or not. So we are trying to find a way how to motivate them, how to make them want sell more. And we found this way. We created a game out of it. We gamified it. And they gain points every time they sell something. Every time they sell another product, they get some points, and then they get their rate, their hourly rate, based on those points that they get. So this is highly motivational. It motivates them, and it increases turnovers of our stores. So this is all included in the 50,000 euros license fee that you can get this franchise for.
Interesting.
So the process is that in the beginning, we show you a franchise contract, which is very simple. It's just a few pages. Then the license fee, like I said, is 50,000 euros. So you pay these 50,000 euros. After that, we'll help you find the right location for you. So we'll show you where the best stores that we just showed you, and we can show you even more if you can, if you then want. So we show you where it works the best. We guide you how to find the right location for you in your city. So of course, if you're from Rome, let's look for an ideal and best place in Rome where to open this concept. Then when you find the right location, we say, yes, this is good. This is going to work. If you want, or if you struggle with searching the right location, we can help you find the right location. We have our own real estate team here that can help you find the best location where this concept is going to work. After you have your concept and after you have your location, then we help you build it. So we create designs. All those designs that I showed you, just one, but I can show you more. These are older designs. Now we have different ones that are a little bit newer. Yeah, like this one, for example. It can be placed inside of a shopping mall or outside. It can be a container like this one, or again an inside kiosk in a shopping mall. We will produce, or we will create those designs for you. Then you will find your suppliers. We will help you how to do it, how to build such a store. Once you have your store built, you will send your first employees, and again we'll tell you how to find those employees, what you have to do to find the right employees, what they should be like, and when you have them, you'll send them to Prague. We'll teach them how to do it, so we'll put them in one of our stores, and our skilled managers will help them and teach them everything. And once they know how to do it, they'll go back to your city and they'll open such a location there, and we'll send our one of our managers there to be there with you for the first 2 weeks until the store performs well. So that's the process. That's how it works. Yeah. I'm stop sharing my my screen for a while, and let's give you some time, or let's give you some space for questions. How long have you been in business doing this model? Well, quite a lot now. It's been 11 years. I started 11 years ago. Last 3 years were like crazy. We started like on 70 stores 3 years ago. Now we have 400. So it's expanding very rapidly now. But it's been 11 years in total.
There is another question. The license is for particular location. Yeah, it's normally
it's
for
a city. Yeah, it's for a city. And that's very important thing, because if you buy a license for one city, we always guarantee that we are not going to put anyone else into that city for at least 1 year. So it means that if someone comes from one city and if someone comes from your city and signs the location for that city, we cannot allow you to build another store in that city. And it works on first comes, first serve model. So the first one that comes from Stockholm, let's say, has the right to open their first location in Stockholm, and we cannot allow someone else to come into that same city within the next 1 year. First comes, first serves. That's it. Yeah. As far as staff training in Prague, would the expenses fall to the employee or to the franchisee? Well, the expense, our expense on teaching those people, or our manager's expenses would be covered by us. That's included in the 50K license. But of course, if those people come there and they're at work, basically, if it's you, then you don't get salary for that. But if it's those people that you hire and they need to be here and they need to work, because learning something is also work from their point of view, you have to pay them.
We have another question. Can we buy a license for more concept for better price? Yeah, there is some possible discount afterwards.
Yes, it's 50,000 euros per one license and 80,000 per 2 and more licenses. So 50,000 per one and then 40 per another, basically. Yeah, like I said. Also, would you help us with locations? Of course. Yeah, that's one of the major things. This concept is very location based. So it's, there is some people always say location, and in this concept it works more than another, because retail is divided into impulse and into destination concepts. If you have a Michelin restaurant, you're in destination concept. Your customers make your decision at home, and then they travel to your destination because they already made that decision at home. In our concept, in an impulse concept, they don't go there because they know you are there. They go there and buy your products because they see you, they smell your product. That's why, I unfortunately we cannot show you how this product smells. But believe us, it smells very good, and that's one of the main reasons why people buy these things there. But if you want to sell impulsively, you have to have a lot of people right next to your store, to be able to smell your product.
normally people they don't actually check internet, or they just go.
What are the best locations for the stores? Locations where there's a lot of people. So locations like train stations or airports, or tourist locations in tourist cities like Prague or Krakow. So locations with a lot of people. Shopping malls, for example. These are the best locations for Twist Cafe. Sajad asks, I'd like to ask if your training staff are able to come to Iraq to conduct the training. If yes, how long would they stay? And what is the expected duration of training? We do it mostly here in Prague. That's covered in those 50,000 euros license. So you send your employees to Prague, or the manager, the trainee, you send him here to Prague. He's trained here, and then comes back and trains the rest of the team together with our manager. We want this because we want the manager, your manager, to see how it works here, with the huge lines, with a lot of customers, and so on. That's why it needs to be done here. But of course, if this is not possible, we can always find a solution. So it can be made even in Iraq or in any other country without the need of your people coming here. But it's always better if we can find a way how to do it here. Would you help in finding local suppliers, or does it come all from Prague? This is a great question. This is another major thing. We don't want to send dough or milk or something. Those things, oil, and those things all across the world. We always help you find local suppliers. We'll always send you just a few products that you cannot buy locally, like cups for coffee, for example, with our logo on it. But we just send you all these things once a month or once, in a while. But those daily products that you need in the stores, you can buy locally, and we always help you find the right suppliers.
How long does it take to train a new employee? Yeah, it takes approximately like 2 weeks or something like that.
Let's say 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks is enough. Hoping not all new starters would have to travel to Prague. Yeah, not all of them. That's I maybe made you confused. It's just the main ones, probably you as the franchise owner, and maybe 1 or 2 managers or trainees. These people, or trainers, sorry. These people have to come here, to see it. You will want to be in the operations in one of our locations to see how it works, how to do it, what to do if like 300 or 400 customers daily come to the location, what to do with them, how to serve them efficiently. So that's why we do it here. What locations are available now in Prague for tourists, if there are any? Where even here in Prague, we can still find some locations for customers, for franchisees. But if we do it as a package, if we do it all together, it's a little bit different service than this one that we're showing you and offering you now. After we finish this webinar, Petr and Václav, the other colleague of Petr, will call you. Hopefully we have your numbers. If not, we'll send you all a phone number of Petr or Vasek to your email address right after this webinar is finished. So you can guys call them, and they'll answer all questions personalized on your case. And they will even describe you how these locations in Prague work, how much they are, because we have some stores that are already open, and you can also buy an open store. But of course, it's much more than 50,000 euros then. So this webinar is mostly about the license model, where we show you how to do it. We teach you how to do it. We help you. We're always behind you, helping you. But we're not setting up the whole thing.
You have another question. What about special equipment, for example,
oven? Yeah, we always find or help you find the suppliers. So for example, the oven is made in the European Union, in Ljubljana, I don't know if I spell it correctly, in Slovenia. and we connect you with our supplier that supplies our stores that are here in Central Europe, and you can buy directly from them. So are there any other questions? Someone wants to ask something else?
Maybe I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What are the next steps if I'm interested to buy the license? What are the next steps?
Yeah, so like I said, you're gonna receive email from our colleagues this evening, just after this webinar is finished, with an email address and with a phone number to either Petr, who's here with me, or Václav, who's other colleague that's selling or helping you guys setting up these licenses. And you can just call them and they'll answer all your questions, and they will help you with the process. Then the next step is to reserve your city, because like I said, we have 300 franchisees. We have quite a lot of new franchisees each year. Last year it was more than 300. This year it's almost the same number, so quite a lot. And the first who comes from your city will get that city. So it's about getting that reservation or franchise contract having signed as soon as or as fast as possible. Once you have your franchise contract signed, you pay 50,000 euros, which is the license fee. And then we help you start looking for your location in your city. So we tell you what location is the best one. We help you contacting the real estate agents. We have a lot of experience with that because, like I said, we have 400 stores open. So we did this process many times. So we'll tell you how we do it normally, and you'll start looking for your location. Then anytime you have any location that you think is available, you just send it to us, and we are going to tell you if that's the location or not. Once we agree that one of those locations that we found together is the right one, we're going to start the building process. So we're going to send you the design that's going to be custom made on that location that you specifically found. So the design, like 3D design, all the plans, manuals, and so on. And we're going to help you find your local supplier who's going to build the store there. At the same time, you're going to order all the equipment, like the oven, like the
coffee machine,
all those things that need to be in the store. You order it. All of this equipment and even the building cost is around, let's say, 50,000 euros to, in some cases, 80,000 euros, let's say. So you buy all those things, you build your own location, and then once we have all that, we can start training your staff. So you either come to Prague, like I said, and we teach you that here, or we find other solution how to do it there in your city, in your country, remotely. And we teach you how to do it, and we teach your staff there in the store. And then the last thing is that when you do the grand opening, we always want to have one person, one manager from here to be there with you and help you that everything runs like very smoothly. So that's the process, and then you only collect money. No, it's not that easy, of course, especially in the beginning. It's quite a lot of work. You have to know that it's a business. It's a F&B business, but when you set the whole thing up, when it's being operated for more than a year, then it runs like quite smoothly. Okay, so another question. Thank you for all those questions. It's always great if it's this interactive. So another question is, as you are aware, obtaining a Schengen visa is quite difficult for our managers and stuff, which makes it hard. We always can find a way how to do it in your personal case. So in case you're not able to come here, and learn it all here, we can always send you our trainer to your country and do it all there. It's just, we always like more if those franchisees can learn it here, because they can see all the lines, they can see how it works, and it's just more efficient. But it's not possible, to do it in your city. What kind of marketing is offered to a new franchisee? Yeah, this is a great question also. Like I said, retail is divided into a destination retail and this impulse retail. In the destination retail, if you're opening a new like Michelin star restaurant, you have to tell people that you are there because they need to travel to the destination, for their dinner, and you need them to know that you're there so that enough people come there. But in this impulse retail, you work with people that walk around. So all the marketing is mostly based on how it looks, how it smells, how the stuff looks like, and so on. And about those designs that you can see behind us, because these designs, if they are made the right way, are the thing that makes that decision whether the customer comes there and buys something or walks away. So it's mostly based on helping you do the store the right way so that everyone can see it, no one misses it. That's the most important marketing thing. About ongoing marketing after you open the store, we can help you what works and what doesn't work, but we don't push you to put money into ongoing marketing after the store is being open, because in impulse retail it's quite a waste of money. There are better ways how to get customers to your store in impulse retail than spending high amounts of money on marketing. So this is another reason, why to have us behind you, because these are the things that we already tested and we know that they don't work, and we can tell you right away. You don't have to test it with your own money and waste it there. Regarding marketing, could you please clarify what type of support your company would offer to us? So like I said, mostly the design of the store, the design of these menu boards that you can see right behind us, that I can show you again if you guys want. It's about showing the right products to the customer. It's about creating those products the way the customers like it. That's where we put a lot of effort. Of course, we do social media marketing. You can check our Instagram or Facebook and these pages, but they don't make other customers to come to your store that much. So don't think that if you spend a lot on marketing, on social media marketing, you'll get higher turnovers. It's a good brand making. It helps to make your brand better or being seen better in your city, but it doesn't bring you customers. That's the thing. Where I get the goods ingredients from you and how often we can order it, if there are any special goods. Well, majority of the goods that you have to order into your store comes from local suppliers, and there are just a few of special things like packages, like cups for coffee or those bags for chimney cake that we make here in Central Europe. And you can order it like on a daily basis, but it's not necessary because you need just a few packages to run the store for like a month. So it's like once monthly or once each 2 months, you buy or you order it and we deliver it via some transportation company on a pallet or something like that, right into your store. And the system that I showed you can do it automatically for you. Will you recommend us a store design, or can we do it by ourselves as we like? Well, we always create the design for you. So our design team that builds stores here in Central Europe can always or will always do it for you. That's included in the 50,000 euros package, the design of the store, so that it looks nice, so that it works, so that customers like it. But of course, if you want something to be personalized on the store, we can always modify it for you. So it's not that we will show you how the location or how the store should look like, and you can say nothing about it. You can always discuss it with us. We always try to listen to our clients and franchisees And that's why we are so successful and have that many franchisees. What is the recommended space required? That's another great question, because I forgot to say that before. But it's around 40 square meters, even 30, like 30 square meters are the minimum. It's like 300 square feet if someone from the US is here, but 30 square meters. And of course, if it's bigger, we can always add some tables and so on, but it's not necessary for this concept. But of course, if the space is bigger, it still works. So 30 square meters is the minimum. Any other question? Okay, so one more. It can be a store or a restaurant with seating or a takeaway kiosk. It can be both, but mostly the best what works for us right now is a takeaway kiosk or a takeaway window. But if you have a seating, so if you have a bigger space and we can also add seating there, it also works. It can be both. It depends on location. That's why we always confirm whether the location that the franchisee just found is the right one for this concept or not. We always say that because we know that if a franchisee is not successful in a location, we are going to have to put more effort into it, because we don't want to have unsuccessful franchisees. So we always tell you honestly if the location is going to work or not. So right now, our colleagues are going to send you email with a phone number of either Peter, who was here with me today, or Vasek, who's another of our very experienced franchise managers who know like a lot of things about our franchises. So they're going to call you, or you can call them, and you can discuss options in your city. You can discuss all those details in your city. Then the next step is the franchise contract. The franchise fee, like I said, is 50,000 euros. Once you have that, we're prepared. We're going to start searching for a location. Once we have location, we prepare design for you. Once you have design, start building process. After that, teaching your employees or the staff. After we have your staff learned everything that they need to know about this, we'll start the operation. So we'll open the store, or you will open the store, and then it's going to be making you smile. So thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure having you guys here. And hopefully we'll be looking for cooperation anywhere in the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.